So I'm speaking in Eric's life class today, and good news, I was walking to the school. I'm a little bit late per usual, and our main man, Andrew Shreve, drives on by, getting chauffeured here to my alma mater. Should be good times.
Bienvenue.
What's up, Mom? Speaking in life class today? Yeah, I'm vlogging today. I didn't even amount.
You see, I used to rule the entire Solarverse. One measly state. I can't believe he's doing it the press.
And asked if he could throw this on the vlog. So he's gonna. I don't think you're gonna be in it.
Goodness.
Yeah, because he wants people to actually watch it. But just say that out loud. And so he graduated here in '09, and so a lot of these things we've been talking about, he is a lot closer to, and there's just been some things that have come up when he and I have been talking, when I said stuff about the life class, where he's like been like, oh yeah, I experienced that, or that happened. I thought, well, I'm gonna have you come in and talk about it. And so anyways, that's kind of the impetus for why I'm having him come in. I'll be taking at the stool there if you're cool with that.
I was waiting for the invitation.
Yeah, there you go. Aaron, or Mag, or Ace as he was known when he was here, is a West Albany alum, was a integral part of 2 state championship football teams, and went on to play at Oregon State University. And so anyway, did I leave anything out? Oh, his wife taught here briefly in special ed. He did what we call outkicking. He outkicked his coverage when he married. In other words, he married up a lot. And am I wrong on that?
You're not wrong.
Okay. So do you know his wife, Megan Magnuson? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
So finding a rental house, you probably want to know how many rooms you're looking for. That's the first thing. We did all of our searches like on Craigslist, which some people are sketched out by, and especially in college, some people will go to a college and they don't know anybody, and people will put houses on Craigslist that have one room available, kind of like an Airbnb, although you're there for the term, so you could room with people that you don't know. That's a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I know a lot of people who do it because it's really cheap when you're just paying rent for one room versus like an entire house. And so,
Have you ever heard any bad experiences with that?
no, generally those are the more positive ones because you meet new people, and those people generally, living with your friends is awesome, but sometimes you don't actually want to live with your friend. Like you guys you're better friends than housemates. And so generally you have a little bit more grace, and the rules kind of the house are a little bit easier to abide by and be enforced when it's more of a business relationship instead of like a friendship and roommate relationship.
But in your experience, either your direct experience or in talking with people and stuff like that, what are some things that you've heard of that help friends stay friends? What are some areas that can be very divisive? That kind of thing.
Yeah, so the first one's gonna sound strange, but kind of really know your friend, and if you can't live with them, don't live with them. That's how you stay friends. So in some cases, not living with them is going to allow you to stay friends. I've seen this work really, really well, and I've seen it not work at all. But if you are gonna live together, you guys are probably familiar with your friends, especially if you guys are going to college together. I'd imagine if you're thinking about rooming together, you've at least been to their house, you kind of know their ins and outs and know the things that you like about them and the things that you don't like about them, just like you know things about your brother or sister or cousin or anybody who you live with, or parents for that matter, things that you like and don't like. And really taking into consideration the things that are just like, I would not be able to live with this. So kind of the big ones are they a messy person? Like in their room, do they leave stuff laying around here, even in their house? Do they, things with cooking, leaving a mess like in the kitchen, those sorts of things? or just maybe even habits like they stay up way later than you, and none of those are deal breakers, but if for you can't deal with that in your house, you just need to know like this is where you're going to be living for a period of time, and you don't want that to be a crappy situation, because all of us like to go out into the world and then have like home base, and if home base sucks, then that can be very unsettling, especially if you're trying to do something like schoolwork. That's just kind of like in life, but especially when you tack school onto that, you need like a place where you can study, or you can nice home. You don't want to live with people who you can deal with people who live differently than you. You can be the person who goes to bed early or stay up late, and it might work really well. You just need to take it into consideration before you.
So go in knowing what to expect.
Well, I'll start with I'll just do the, what do they say, compliment sandwich, positive,
Yeah.
negative, positive.
Well played.
So the positive part, and I didn't hear this a lot, because people like us want you guys to know that we did something hard and challenging, and so they'll tell you that it's tough being an adult, enjoy being in high school. I try to tell everybody how you picture living on your own and getting your own place and going to college. It's as awesome as you think it is right now. You don't have parents watching over you. You get to make your own decisions. You get to do all that stuff. It is as good as you think it is right now. So I'll lead with that. And that was my experience, and that's a lot of people that I know's experience. Going to college was awesome. Even the people who didn't go to college, but just doing life by yourself is great. The negative, probably the most negative thing that I had to deal with, and was setting up your own stuff. So this wasn't in college for me, and I wish they kind of taught you some of this stuff in college, but they don't, which is why it's cool you guys are doing this in life class. It's things like setting up your budget, setting up, understanding how money comes in and goes out. Like when I had to set up how much money for like groceries, something as simple as that. Like Mom always did that. Like I had no idea how much stuff cost and how much to buy at one time and stuff like that. And then kind of coupling with that, paying bills, not paying the bills, but setting the bills up, like dealing with the water company, dealing with the power company, car insurance, buying your phone, doing all of those things and actually getting all of that stuff set up, and then remembering to schedule to pay your bills and not get late fees and stuff like that. That was the most daunting part. Things like getting tagged on your car, all the stuff that you don't know about until you're in it. And I guess I should be writing some of these things down so I can tell my kids about it when they get to that point. But just entering into life away from your parents financially is tough. And then what's better about life? Definitely making your own decisions. Like just so there's stuff that my parents had, like you didn't buy anything unless it was on sale or unless you had a coupon. And so and to this day, I've been out of the house for 2009 was almost 10 years, almost a decade, which is crazy. And to this day, there's things that I won't do just because my parents did them. And then there's things that I'll be like, so a big one is appetizers at a restaurant. We would go to a restaurant, we'd never get an appetizer. It's just your meal, and then you go. So anytime I go to a restaurant now, because I'm paying, I get an appetizer. Because I can.
All right. Any other questions? All right. Thank you, Mac, for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thank you
And
So just like that, that's life class. That's my alma mater. It's a good deal. Happy to help Eric out that way. I wish they had a life class when I was there, but good questions. The advice that I always love giving them is that living on your own is way better than what they tell you it is. Living on your own is fantastic. As advertised. I love adulting. All right, vlog, that was life class. Thanks for joining me. See y'all next time.